Hello, welcome to an F1 2021 league race at Russia starting in P10. And this Williams in front of me has a bad start, so I'm quick to respond to that, and I just passed him very easily. Now already into P8. Now on to turn 2, which can cause some issues in the braking zone sometimes. And as this Haas gets tagged, I luckily just take the apex and avoid some carnage there. So I'm already in P7. As this Ferrari appears to have front wing damage, probably because of turn 2. And yeah, I get by him as well, so I'm now already in P6.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now.
So I knew that the guys in front would be a lot faster than me, as they've already been able to pull a gap of 2 seconds. So at this point it's kind of a lonely race for me. So the Autodrome of Sochi, what do I think of it? I actually like driving it. I really don't like seeing it on TV, it just kind of looks depressing without the concrete, but to drive it's actually kind of enjoyable. It has some nice quick turns in sector 2, and it has a nice long straight after which you can sometimes place an overtake on somebody, so yeah, I enjoy it actually. So I took about 0.15 laps of excess fuel with me, but I'm now already at 0.04 as you can see, but we get a safety car. So I went to get rid of my soft tires and got onto the mediums. So onto the restart, and my teammate is actually doing the restart and she goes very late, which is not great at this track, but this is her first restart ever, I think. And I myself didn't have the greatest restart either, as this AlphaTauri is already onto me. So now into turn 2 we go, and he goes around my outside, he hits me, which wasn't very clean, but he's past me. And into the long turn 3. And after I lock up, I go a little bit wide. And Red Bull gets in front. I'm defending against the Ferrari. It works quite well. As the AlphaTauri actually got spun around, as you can see. And a little bit later, I'm already onto my teammate. There's some carnage behind me, so I get some breathing space behind as I now get past my teammate. Pretty easy overtake this. Actually braking for the next turn is always kind of tricky for me, I don't know why. It's a little bit downhill maybe.
Green flag.
So lap 11, my teammate retired from the session, so we get another safety car.
There's been an incident.
Okay, got into P3 because of other people pitting. Now waiting for the leader to take off, and there he goes, a lot earlier than the last restart. Even goes wide off the track, but he does keep his position. Now I don't have a great restart again, which is a shame. Look at the gap between me and the car in front. And I got a Red Bull behind me on the soft tire compound, which is not great for me. Now the driver behind even finds some time to warm up his tires, as you can see. As we get through turn 2 now, and the Red Bull already looking at my position. It's gonna take my outside, and I'm kind of running him wide there. Go off the track myself again, and yeah, that was kind of a rough defending, but I think it was all fair. And now he easily gets by me. I'm immediately under attack by a Williams. Touch a little bit, but nothing too serious luckily. Now into lap 16 we go, and there's a Red Bull behind me with a soft tire. And he has DRS because DRS was just enabled, and he seems a little bit far behind me, but with the DRS and the slipstream he catches up very quickly. Now I lock up going into turn 2, so he pulled the switchback, as you can see. And I'm actually getting victimized by the Williams as well. Taking my inside really easily. So yeah, this wasn't ideal for me. And I almost hit the wall even too. As you can see, his ERS light is flashing, which means he's at around 20% ERS, and I'm at 42. So I should be able to challenge him back for the position. And just a lap later, as I'm in a Williams sandwich, I'm getting DRS on the car in front. And even though he looks far, as you can see, I do catch up very rapidly. I just went for it immediately. A little bit risky. And yeah, kind of forced him off the track there. Wasn't very clean, but it was doable. So the guy I just overtook also got overtaken by his teammate. So I now have 2 Williams cars behind me. The one directly behind me is actually a lot faster. So he's surely gonna get by in the next straight. So out of the last turn, and he's right behind me, so he's gonna get me. And I didn't use ERS because I just wanted to get in his slipstream to defend from the person behind me now. But that strategy was not very effective. The Williams goes up my inside and gets ahead of me, but I do get a better exit out of 2, so we go side to side through 3, which is pretty fun. Kind of trying to squeeze him for turn 4, but he does stick up the inside, which is kind of fun racing. We're still side to side here. Now for this turn I just conceded. We did make a little bit of contact, but nothing too serious luckily. But now just gonna try to get him back on the long DRS straight. Little bit of a moment there on the throttle. Now approaching the last DRS zone, and I get huge oversteer right there. So you would think that I have a terrible exit, but I actually don't compared to the Williams. Catching up again through DRS, now taking his outside. And nice overtake this time. A lot cleaner than the last one. I'm making a little bit of a braking mistake here. Yeah, that's a kind of a tricky braking point actually. But it's a nice and clean move. So back into P6. And then he tried to get back past, which didn't work. So lap 21, a Ferrari got ahead of me as we get a safety car. So I went in to get some new softs. And then it turned out that the Ferrari had a nose change, so I got back ahead of him. So onto the restart, we're gonna have a 3-lap sprint race, which is always fun. Especially when you got new soft tires. So P6 now, Ferrari already onto me. He had a very much greater restart than me. I always tend to get bad restart for some reason. And there he goes, taking my outside. And then he just brakes very much later into turn 2. He's on my inside still. I don't see him, but I know he's there of course because of the arrow. And I was just kind of powerless because he was so much faster. Which is a shame, but you know, that happens sometimes. So a lap later, and the Ferrari's kind of stuck behind his Williams, because the Williams is actually in old tires. Very kind of a nice battle there, as you can see. Williams defending, and that actually allows me to hang on a little bit. And then now in this braking zone I can catch up even more. Then we have a Red Bull who spun, as you can see there. That's actually kind of an easy spot to spin out. And getting me a free position. Okay, so now we're about to head into lap 27, which is the last lap, and also a lap in which DRS gets enabled, which is gonna be very exciting.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
And Ferrari's still not past the Williams, he's looking on the inside there, but he can't make it work just yet. Going into turn 3. Actually, the Williams is pretty good at defending, I guess. And they're having a nice battle, very fair. And again, side to side, even through that turn, which I don't see a lot. Now the Ferrari is ahead. He's got the position. And that allows me to place an attack on the Williams on the long straight that we're gonna have in a moment. So I'm now gonna get one chance of getting into P5 here. And into the DRS zone we go. We do both have DRS, but I do seem to catch up on him. Getting closer and closer. Now I just got a brake late. And I went in very deep. He did hit me. Now he got into the barrier and got front wing damage. So let's see what actually happened. So here is his POV. I'm coming in on the inside. And that looked very, very aggressive. Because I couldn't stay on the track. but he already turns in when I'm next to him. So he does hit me, making me lose braking force. So logically I cannot keep my car on the track there. So this guy really should have gone for the switchback, but that's all in hindsight, of course. An interesting thing is he did apply some throttle before he went into the barrier, which wasn't very smart. So this incident did cause some commotion. He actually left the league because of it. So I'm actually curious what you think about this. Was it my fault or was it his fault? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, very bizarre incident, but that happens sometimes during racing. And as I'm quite close to the cars in front, I'm actually in some of their penalty windows, which now I'm in P5. But heading on to the finish line and ending up in P2, which I didn't expect. And that's pretty cool. And that was a fun race. Thank you for watching.